Guys, today I'm getting ready for the early screening of The Haunted Mansion. I was invited by Disney, thank you guys so much. And I'm going to be heading over there in just a few hours, but of course I wanted enough time to get ready, and I'll be showing you guys the entire event, the after party till 1 in the morning. We'll see if I stay that long, but it seems like it's gonna be really fun. So let's get started. As you can see, I have my eyeliner on. I wasn't sure if I'm gonna do full face. Right now I'm just gonna do my brows and see if that works out. I don't do makeup regularly. Like, I will wear eyeliner a lot, but I don't really do a full face. I love when I can do that, when I get all glammed, but this might be the perfect opportunity for me to do that. And the attire is ghostly chic. I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna wear, I have a couple outfit ideas planned, so I'll show you guys those. But let's just get started. So I'm gonna start doing my brows. Again, I don't really do my brows that often. So again, we'll see how it goes. And I'm gonna tweeze them. You know what, hold on. So my tweezer was right in front of me. I think I'm just gonna pluck a little bit. I don't really have that much brow to start with, but you know what? We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll just take my whole brow off, you know? Let's talk a little bit about how I even got invited. If you guys don't know, because I really haven't done an introduction post or anything. It's really hot in here, oh my god. California. Okay, if you guys don't know, I started my TikTok account. I'm looking for my brow pencil. I started my TikTok account in March of this year, 2023. And I was posting for fun, but my whole goal was kind of showing my travels because I am going to be traveling full time. Now, when people ask about this, so I have been traveling. I went to Colorado and Texas, not super like glamorous, like international locations or anything, but honestly, they were both super fun and I hadn't gone there before. So I thought, you know, let me go to these states first, kind of see how it is. And I am 19, so I am a baby when it comes to traveling and, you know, doing all that stuff. But I will be going in my car, and I'll definitely be making more videos about, you know, how I get my car ready, how I'm kind of preparing for that whole thing. Not only like physically, but mentally, because it's a big step, you know, it's not easy to do all of that all of a sudden, you know? So, yeah, so I'm kind of preparing for that. So I started posting like really like basic TikToks, more so like cinematic or like aesthetic videos. I honestly just love watching them so much. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna post some of my own. And using CapCut, not sponsored, really made it super easy to do that just because they have like so many presets, and I love the green orange one. If you are ever using that one, please just use that. Like, if you're trying to make anything look cinematic, it's super easy. You can also use DaVinci Resolve, but that's kind of like a whole other process. Those videos, they can do well, but they don't always do well. Again, it really depends on the algorithm. And I am a social media manager and marketer, so I know all about that, but this was kind of more like a personal account. It wasn't more so like for clients or anything like that. I was like, you know what, let's just post some things for fun. And then I made one video about San Diego, which is where I'm from and where I'm currently at while I am getting ready for full-time travel. I posted one video and I said that San Diego is the best part of California. Of course, a lot of people had different opinions, and that's completely fine. Like, to be honest, I just love it here. I've been all throughout California. For everyone who's like, oh, you've only stayed in one place, like, nah. Like, no, I've actually traveled, you know, and NorCal is absolutely beautiful. Yosemite, all that, it's beautiful there, and I can't wait to go up there again. Yeah, so I posted that video and it got like 1 million views, or 1.5 million now, I think. And from there, like, it kind of just inspired me to start posting more advice in terms of like travel content and showing people like, oh, you can go a bunch of places, you can travel full time, there's ways to do that. Because again, I wasn't necessarily going out with the intent of traveling full time from an income specifically from social media. other than my clients. So I wasn't trying to be like, okay, either YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, like I'm gonna get paid directly from that. People are gonna find me that way. No, because there's so many ways to make money online without having to show your face, without having to do anything like content creation. And even if you do want to do content creation, you don't really have to have a big following. And I'll talk about that. And it's about UGC and everything. So if you haven't heard about that, I'll let you know more in like this video and other videos. But anyway, so I started posting more, and it's now what, like mid-July? I need to start doing my brows. Okay. I realized that my account does well with green screen videos and kind of explanations, and especially like budget travel, because I know that that's a big thing. Everyone wants to save money. I don't care how rich you are. I mean, look at the Kardashians. Anyway, so like saving money is a huge thing, you know, and sometimes traveling can be expensive, but I kind of wanted to be one of the people to be like, no, you know what, you can travel full time. There's ways to do that. And you can start making money online so that it's easier for you to do that, because of course there are ways to get paid time off, to work seasonal jobs, to do work away, which is like you go volunteer somewhere, or they give you food and housing and maybe some money. But to be honest with me, I was like, you know what, I want to make this a long-term thing. And of course, I don't know if I'll always want to travel full-time, especially the way that I'm doing it. You know, it's not the most comfortable thing. If I'm going in my car, if I'm really like car camping, maybe I'm staying at some hotels, it's gonna be constantly like you're moving. You're doing a bunch of stuff every day, especially if I'm working with new clients or just talking to a bunch of people. That's gonna be a whole other thing. So guys, I'm literally talking so much, I'm not doing anything with my brows. As I started posting more, I kind of realized like, hey, like I am able to make other brands and businesses pages go viral, get a lot of followers. So why don't I just do that for myself? Because I think before I wasn't really comfortable with like that presence, my social media presence, you know? And is this my shade? And I just wanted to be like, you know what, I need to be more confident. I need to put myself out there, especially if there are things like that I want to do. And not only like, it's beneficial because I mean, I will eventually be able to make more money and like do things with content creation by showing my face, by showing where I go, by teaching people things. And you know what? That's that big thing, confidence. A lot of people are scared to put themselves out there, to have people judging them. I think I'm fine now with knowing that people from like just the people that know me in real life are seeing my content. Like, yeah, it's kind of embarrassing, but not really now. Cause I mean, I've even gotten people telling me like, oh, your content is super useful. You know, like I actually appreciate that you're doing all this. Like, you know, the good comments outweigh the negative ones. Of course, you're gonna get negative comments regardless of what you are posting, of what you're making. But that's kind of the name of the game. And yeah, it does kind of suck. What was I doing? Why did I just it does kind of suck, you know. I'm not gonna say like it's great. I'm gonna share your opinion, and some people may not like it, but you kind of have to be content with that. You have to understand that, you know, not everybody's gonna like you, but the people that do, they will have your back, they will support you the most, and that's what's gonna make you successful. So when I started posting, my goal was to hit 13,000. I remember that number. I was like, you know what? I want to be at 13,000 followers by the end of the year. That would be amazing. Like I could be doing so many things. And my whole thing was thinking long term. A lot of people will jump right into this and be like, you know what, I'm gonna go viral overnight. I'm gonna be the next Charli D'Amelio. I was thinking like always in the long term, because if you want something like this to work out, you know, it's not easy. It's something that's very specific. And when you're building that community, whether you have a business or you're just an individual who wants to be a content creator, influencer, I hate that term, but but if you want to do anything like that, it takes a while. And if you think short term, you will get exhausted, you will get burnt out, and that's not like what I was trying to do, you know. And of course I was posting for fun, but as soon as I got that first viral video, it kind of motivated me to just, you know, keep going, to keep being like, you know what, this is viable, this is something that I can do. Maybe I don't need to go viral all the time, but I can definitely implement the strategies that I've used for my clients to be able to grow my own page. Now, or essentially after that, I just kept posting. Like, I saw that green screen videos did very well. I reported on news and things like that in terms of like travel stuff. I gave budget travel discounts, and there's this one video that I made about a month, maybe month and a half ago, where I talked about certain travel discounts, and they're super helpful. If you want, you can check that video out, but you'll see it on there. It has like, I think 1.5 million views too, and then there's a bunch of videos close together that have like millions of views, and that like one video got me to I think it was like 18,000 followers, and I think before that I had 3,000 to 5,000. So I was able to grow that much in only like, I believe it was a week to 3 weeks, because you constantly are getting views after that initial like push. So I mean, I kind of started getting that push, and I was like, you know what, this is amazing. Like, this is something that I can really be doing. And I had surpassed that goal in the first like 2 months of being on TikTok, when I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get 13,000 followers by the end of this year. And then I ended with 18,000 in just a few weeks later. So I was like, you know what, there are ways to go viral. And kind of the thing that I tell myself when some of my videos are not doing well is that there are definite ways to make yourself go viral. There are ways that TikTok kind of gauges that virality, and if a video is not doing well, it's not necessarily like you're shadow banned, because I know a lot of people will use that excuse, being like, oh, I'm shadow banned, like all this stuff. No, there's ways that, like for your account specifically, that you can grow, and you shouldn't use those limiting beliefs. I'm not browsing. You shouldn't use those limiting beliefs to be like, you know what, I quit. I'm not gonna do this anymore. It's really hot in here. I'm not gonna do this anymore. Like, I can't do this anymore. So that's kind of what you have to think of when you're starting this. Like, it's a long-term thing, and not everybody will have that growth like how I did. And it's not even like necessarily it's that much, but at the same time, I need to be like proud of myself for like what I was able to do in that short amount of time. And you might be saying, oh, well, like you have more experience in terms of this stuff. I'm like, yeah, I do like marketing and like social media management. But at the same time, it's kind of something with practice, and you can see like what videos go viral, like what are people really looking for, and why do they go to your page specifically? You have something specific about you. What can you share with the world that will, that proves to be useful? It's kind of like finding that middle ground and being like, you know what, I am going to try out a bunch of different strategies. I'm going to do this and this and this, and maybe this video flops. It just gets 0 views or something like that, which if your videos are getting stuck at 0 views, there's a problem, and it's not with like it's a problem with the actual video. If your videos are getting stuck at like the 200, 300 view range, that's kind of more so like, okay, what can you analyze? What did you do that maybe the algorithm isn't pushing out? What did it not like? Whatever. And that's kind of something that you can analyze more. But once you start getting a video that maybe gets 1,000 views, or like 2,000, or especially like hundreds of thousands of views, replicate that, use that same strategy. And that's kind of what I've been doing to have that growth. And now I'm at around 25,000 followers. So I'm kind of looking for that viral video again. I'm kind of being like, okay, what did I do that made me go viral initially, and kind of doing that again, because if you don't have those consistent views, then TikTok will push your videos down again. And of course you don't want that. You want to have that consistent growth. And I'm at 25,000, and then on Instagram I repurpose a lot of my content from TikTok and I put it onto Instagram, and on there I have around 14,000 followers. So again, this was done in a really short amount of time, but it's also like you constantly have to be working. Content creation is not easy. I don't care what anyone says, it's not easy. It's a lot of work, and there's a lot of value to that work, especially if you're doing it in terms of marketing and helping someone else. If you are growing your business, if you're, if this is something that you really want to do and you found like it makes you really happy, this is something you should totally go for. I know it can be kind of scary, or you might be like, oh, I'm not getting results, but you really just have to find what works for you and what the algorithm likes, and that combination of both things. Should I do a full face? Okay, so anyway, essentially what I did is I started adding my email in my bio, and that doesn't have to be like a direct link. I have my link tree in my bio, but I also put my email there, so it's like front and center. And whenever a brand comes across my page, it's super easy to contact me, which is is insanely important if you are trying to make money from this or you want brand deals or whatever it may be. So having that email has led to so many collaborations. I've worked with local businesses beyond like what I do on, mainly, you know. I've worked with Madame Tussauds, with Hollywood Burger, with Nissan, that's my most recent one, with the Wonder Museum in San Diego, Beautifica 360, just so many, like on and on and on. And to be able to do that, not only, well, for those ones, they reached out to me. But for other things, I have reached out to them. I've sent emails, so many emails every day. I've used this thing called MailTrack. It's not sponsored or anything, but essentially it records who has seen your email, like who has opened it, whatever, like their activity with that email. So you can kind of be like, okay, like move on from this. They saw it, they're not interested. Or you can kind of see like how long it takes them to respond, like that whole thing, you know? So I've used that and just sent so many emails, but it does take a lot of work. And the reason I am going today to this Disney Haunted Mansion early screening is because Disney directly reached out to me. They saw my content. They know that I'm based in San Diego. They know the people that follow me are, a lot of them are in SoCal. And regardless of that, they're like, this new movie is coming out. I want you to promote this. Now, they do invite you to these events, and sometimes like for certain partnerships, yeah, you can get paid and everything, but my whole thing is like I am trying to experience the most, and that's kind of like that battle that I've had to, you know, deal with, where it's like I obviously want to be paid for collaborations, you know, it is a lot of work when I'm doing those things, but I also want to experience things and not just say, okay, well, like, what's the fee? What's whatever, you know? So for events, like events, they're not paid, or at least a lot of them aren't. It depends on like what you're doing there. But for that event, they're like, oh, do you want to go? And I was like, absolutely, yeah. And a lot of those are like, they'll only give you a few days in advance. So it's very like quick. I think they told me like 2-3 days ago, but I'm going now, and I've been talking for a while, but you'll see that in just a couple of seconds, minutes, I don't know, as long as I keep rambling. But yeah, also I don't know what's going on here. Like I did my brows, but it's kind of like I'm gonna shape them and everything. They're so small. Okay, so if you have any questions about that, I mean, I'm gonna be making so many more videos about how I got to this place, and also like really encouraging you guys to start with this, because it is something that is sustainable and long-term, but it takes a lot of work. And if you really are dedicated, I'm here, I'm happy to help. If you have any needs for any one-on-one like strategy, marketing, of course, like a content, like just a consultation, or even writing a content strategy for you guys, I offer those services. Again, I have a link down below where you can schedule a call with me. It's a 30-minute free call, but if we are doing content strategy, of course, that is paid. So I'm definitely available for that, regardless of what you're doing. It doesn't matter like what niche you're in. I especially, of course, I'm like in the travel, like lifestyle, food review niche, so like outdoors, so like, you know, there's a variety of things that I do, but regardless of the niche that you're in, I can definitely help, because of course I do this for a living. I'll see you guys at the event screening. Okay, so this is the outfit I chose to wear. It's just a simple plaid skirt and a black crop top moment. And I did curl my curtain bangs with a straightener and put some product just to hold it all in place. And I left about an hour before the event actually started, just because I knew there would be a lot of traffic. It is in downtown San Diego. And what's even worse is Comic-Con. Comic-Con is currently going on, so there were a bunch of people, and it was really cool. You see this girl dressed up as Barbie, and there's even someone dressed up as Ken. I think all the outfits and the events are super cool, but what makes it worse is the parking. There's literally no parking whatsoever. We were driving around for about 30 minutes just to find a spot, and then we opted for this one parking lot, but it was $50 for parking. It starts at 7:30 and we're on our way right now. I don't know, there's a long line around there, so let's see. I literally almost cried as soon as I paid for parking, because that is insane. But anyway, the screening itself was at Nova SD, and as you can see, there was already a long line. There were people wrapping around the building, but we were able to get in pretty quickly, and it's so cool because these pedicabs actually were decorated to be like the Haunted Mansion ride. So as we walked in, of course, everything is neon green and purple, and of course, there was an open bar, some refreshments, popcorn, and candy. And there was open seating, so it honestly was not that bad. We were pretty close to the front and just like a couple seats behind. Can you see if they have popcorn? No. And here's us just joking around before the movie. You know, I really wanted popcorn, but they ran out, so it's fine. And we were also lucky, especially with the writers and actors strike. The director was actually able to come and he talked to us about the movie and what it was like filming. Like, I'm not even just saying this movie was incredible. It made me laugh the entire time, and the end was like, I almost cried. But honestly, the screening was amazing. Everybody loved it. We were all clapping at the end, and here we had the marching band that was taking us over to the other location. And the pedicabs and people that were dressed up as like characters from the Haunted Mansion and just the ghosts followed us all the way over there. And as soon as we got in, my jaw dropped. Like, look at how beautiful this is. Just the neon colors, the atmosphere, the DJ, everything was super cool. And all the photo ops were especially fun and unique. There actually was one where you can be photoshopped on the stairs with all the other actors. And there actually was a mini Haunted Mansion here, so that was really cool too. And I'm not even joking, I was literally starving the whole day. I had woken up late and I took a long time to get ready, as you guys saw. So outside they actually had a bunch of pizza, and I literally had 7 slices. Okay, I will say that the slices were kind of small, but I ate it all. I love it. Was so good. But that's how you get a good meal and a free one. We stayed there for just a little bit and then we started heading back home, and as you can see, I was super tired and here I am. I look so busted, but it's fine. Today was such a good day. I'm literally just taking my makeup off. It's 3 in the morning. I was doing a bunch of work and editing and everything. Hopefully this light isn't too loud. For some reason it's buzzing. Getting ready for bed. I have a meeting at 9 a.m. So hopefully that goes well, but it's just like I'm not getting that much sleep today, which kind of sucks. But, and I have to do my makeup and everything for my meeting. So it's kind of like this whole thing, but we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it goes well. And yeah, I'll definitely update you guys. So thank you so much for watching, for coming with me, and getting ready with me, and subscribe, and I'll be doing so much more soon. If you like these videos, subscribe. That was horrible. Why did I do that?